Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And he's running in the open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mountain. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first downs.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield, because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Open space at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way.
Into the end zone he goes. Touch! West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. The throw. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. He makes the grab. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, West Virginia.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And he takes it to the house. Touch! Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll take it in. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to the ground. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the beatdown has ensued. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. At the 35, he's open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, you can turn that field. You saw that right there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Touchdown, West Virginia! And the punishment. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass of just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Mountaineers! West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Shotgun snap on third down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions. He turned the page, he got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
The Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Powers forward. And they're going to put another one. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.